Will there be restrictions on receiving money if you have certain debts to the government owed? So $1,000 to $5,000 is a realistic amount of money. However, we will see certain restrictions as Congress and the Senate sort of jockey to determine who gets what money and who is deserving of that money.
Now, when we talk about small businesses getting the support they need from the federal government, what would that look like?
Much of this would involve deferment of loans. It would involve direct stimulus as needed, and there might be certain tax payments that are due. Typically, those employment wage and wage taxes that come due. Those things might be deferred or otherwise delayed for an extended period to allow those small businesses the cash flow and liquidity to incur and continue their operations.
And when you say stimulus for small businesses, do you mean also cash payments for them?
Typically, that's done through grants or loans. So there would be an application process, and again, we're talking about a delay. And as soon as we start seeing these delays, we all know that time is money. But when we start talking about these delays, we may start seeing some of these funds diverted to other sort of ventures, or as this virus sort of, our approach, I'll say, sort of mutates and adapts, we may see some of those amounts shrinking.
Okay, also on the stimulus package list is airlines. We're talking about potentially $50 to $100 billion, and that number may change. It's been fluctuating all day. Why do they need the money?
Airlines have been taking a major hit as we seek to control, and we've seen that locally with the decisions of the Harris County judge and the Houston mayor to sort of restrict what businesses are allowed to do. Airlines have seen much more of a self-regulated response where travelers are not risking those confined spaces. It's very difficult to have a 6 foot to 8 foot window between you and the person next to you. As if you've taken a flight recently, you've seen that those old flights where you used to have 100 passengers, somehow they've managed to fit 200 of us on there.
Right.
My hips have gotten a little wide, so you're going to be in close proximity, and we're also going to see certain, or we've seen certain airline responses with regard to workers. So we've seen them stall some of their hiring because of these concerns, which is diminished service. So all of those factors, while they have to maintain certain flights to keep those hubs, so they're having expenditures regardless of whether those planes are full or not, just to keep their spots.
And really quick, in the last 30 seconds,
Yes,
once
sir.
again, let's get back to the heart of the matter, the people. When we talk about that stimulus package, in 30 seconds or less, tell me how much you think it may be, what would be the requirements, and how soon?
I think realistically, after Congress gets their act together and gets it passed, we should see, for those people, in the same way the IRS does e-file and direct deposit, somewhere around April 10th to April 20th, if Congress can act quickly and the president can sign it. I think those sums for people under $65,000 will be, as stated, around $1,000 to $5,000 per family. I don't think that's necessarily going to be an individual basis. And further, I think we're going to see certain stipulations on citizenship and currency on tax payments.
All right, thank you, sir. We appreciate it. People
Yes, sir.
say we want our damn check. Send us our money. Still to come.